presence of any worthy to dethrone king. Pitiful peasants, my mannerism is evidence of G. OAT lessons, I'm free to live or die. Akin to Uncle Sam Sessions, 24 and 24. He's 24, I count my blessings. August 197724. Pamela spread them, doctor said push. Ahead in the chest, thighs and toes. 1 year after 23, my homie's eyes closed. I arose to the realization time is cold.
Welcome to Outside the Algorithm. I'm your host, Samuel Patrick. Today is Thursday, May 25th, 2023. Here on Outside the Algorithm, we will introduce you to a universe of independent voices. Tonight, those voices include DeevoDaGenius, Kashi2x, and DJ YSham. I'm checking in from Los Angeles, California. They're all back home in Boston. Let us know where y'all are tuned in from. Drop it in the comments. The chat will be active all night. We can bring your comments up on the screen. So if we're talking to these artists and you want to chip in, if you want to let them know you're here, if you got a question, let's get at it. It's all about the organic community building right here. Speaking of organic, we're also going to be announcing the finalists for our 2023 LFOD Life Art Grant. We've been on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, getting y'all comments, tallying them up, and we got the top 10 that we'll be announcing tonight, and they'll be moving on to the next round. Voting for that will be open until next Friday. One of them is going to win a sum of money decided by our members. We'll have more on that as the show goes on. If it's your first time tuning in, the way we do is we'll be bringing these guys on one at a time, but they're welcome to stick around and keep chatting with the following guests. So we never know how it's going to play out, but I think we're going to have some camaraderie tonight, have a little get together. I know the C's are playing, so if you can do one thing in the comments, just keep letting us know the score, please. I know the C's are playing, so if you're tuned in, I appreciate you taking the time. I wouldn't be surprised if we made it to the next round, you know? I mean, from Boston, we've seen it before, but it's pretty touchy right now, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I want to get into this tonight. I'm ready to talk to these guys. I'm ready to rock. I hope y'all are as well. We're going to be starting things off. Kashi, 2x. Welcome to Outside the Algorithm, my guy. You're muted, my man. We're here. Let me get you. Oh, you got on mute. There you go.
What up? What up? I think I was on mute. My fault. What up, man?
You're good. Yeah, I was trying to do it, and they're like, you can't unmute him. He's chosen this. I was like, all right. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
I'm all right, man. Living life, you know, making music, keeping it going, you know, keeping it moving forward.
Absolutely. I want to start off, man. I just listened to the album. I want to start off and first of all just say my condolences to you for your mother. I mean, I know that's something most of us probably will go through, but I don't think anything can really prepare us for it. So just want to extend that to you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. For real, man.
Yeah. And I mean, how are you doing? Are you doing well with everything?
I'm holding up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still going, so I guess I'm doing well. I can't really call it well, but you know,
yeah,
still going, still finding a way to keep it moving every day. So,
word, yeah. Well, wasn't maybe the best word on my part, but I know you've been putting out music and like channeling it, so I guess that's what I was meaning.
Yeah, definitely been coping with it. Definitely.
Yeah, I heard that on the album "Life Without the Thrill," which is out now. Definitely felt. I mean, yeah, there were a few moments in it where like I felt a little something, you know, and I can only imagine what that was like for you recording it. It had to be cathartic because it's a dark album, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a real deep thing to talk about too. You know, a lot of people go through personal things with their family and their situations, and they don't even know how to get it out. And that's my way of getting it out, putting it in the album so everybody can not have questions on how I feel, you know. I just told them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's an impactful album. If anybody that's watching this, if you ever been through anything, lost a loved one, or just in a state of loss, or feel like you're in a state of losing, go listen to Life Without the Thrill, the album, and it'll get you through all of that loss. That's a fact.
Yeah. Have you been getting feedback on it? Have people been hitting you like?
Yeah, I had people from all around the world. I've had actually just had somebody last week from LA tell me that they they lost their mother the day before the album popped up on their algorithm, and he's been listening to it ever since. He actually shared it yesterday and everything. Um, I don't know if his name's Lamar or Jamar. Shout out Jamar or Lamar, whichever one it is. Shout out him, man, for real.
Man, that has got to make it worth it, you know. Feel good to put it out there, to know that somebody else can heal a bit with you.
Hmm. That's really what it is about, man. I want the world to just, you know, feel the pain with me, so it's not like I'm alone. You know.
Yeah, man. That's, I wanted to say too, man. It did seem real. Yeah, you did sound like you were alone on it, like real isolated. That was the word that stuck out to me. Um, you know, we're just meeting each other, really, but like, hit us. Like, you don't have to. There's people that ride with you. I know that for real. The amount of times your name has come up and people have been like, "Yo, you got tapping with Kashi," or "Have you heard this thing from Kashi?" So I just want to say you're not alone out here. You know,
Hmm.
you got people that love
Definitely.
you. So, I, on a lighter note, though, man. So you've been dropping a lot of videos for songs not on the album, and they're dope. Do you have
Yeah.
any coming out for songs on the album, or are you just kind of dancing around it? It's a little, it's its own thing that you want to just let it be.
I just dropped one video from the album.
Oh, you did?
It's called, yeah, Ambition of a Rider, the song with me and Johnny Nash. I just dropped the video yesterday. I mean, no, I dropped the video last week. It's on YouTube. Ambition of a Rider, Kashi2x featuring Johnny Nash. It's a fire video. You know, we shot it the day of my album release. We shot it the day of my release. Yeah, the video's out now. If you go on my YouTube, it's out. Boom. You know.
Fire. Yeah, I just go on Instagram and check the reels, so I didn't even know.
Mhm.
That's dope, man. I'm gonna have to check that out for sure. And the album release, I'm guessing, was a movie.
Yeah.
uh, so what I wanted to say is we kind of, I don't even know if you remember this, but we met for the first time maybe like 5 or 6 years ago up at a rec shop event, at like one of those ironbound things they were doing, some rec shop event.
Oh
I remember,
yeah.
and I remember Justice being like, this guy right here. And it's kind of wild to me to see, like, I don't know if someone who listens to your album would know that you have a cipher background. And I don't know if people who have a cipher background would necessarily know that they can go to make the music you're making. So can we talk a little bit about that transition there, and like how this all came together?
So I want to say, all right, so first I got to shout out Justice Born. I got to shout out Mr. PSA.
Oh,
I got to shout out Greatness as fuck. I got to shout out SD Knack, you know, Relentless the Intangible. Those
oh
were the
yeah.
first artists that I met from, you know, actually rap that, like, personally, like, I was like, yo, it's Junior Biggie, you know, shout out Junior Biggie, Sean Patel, everybody that was at the rec shop. Um, I came from the rec shop movement. I was rapping in the train station for like 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? And people used to walk by, and Justice started seeing, you know, there's only certain rappers that people would stop and listen to the whole time. And like I would rap and people would stop and like really get my Instagram and get, you know what I'm saying, get my music. Like, yo, you got music out? I'm like, nah, I ain't got no music out. I just rap. I just walk around rapping. And one day, PSA pulled me to the side, was like, yo, because I had rap something, and I like killed it to the point where like everybody was like, nah, that's crazy. Like everybody was like, yo, that's fire. And he pulled me to the side, was like, yo, bro, I don't know what you're doing with your life right now. I don't know. Because you got to mind you, I'm still young. I'm like 15, 16, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I don't know what you're doing with your life right now, but you, sir, need to get in the studio. I started connecting with Groundbreaker Enterprises. Shout out Justy, Big Zach, 617, and all of them. I started with them and I was recording, but it didn't sound good at all. It was actually like not good music. And I was
Okay.
just, you know, I was trying to do it though, you know. So it got to a point where I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna just not rap no more, and I'm gonna just take time to build this craft and listen to the rappers that I know and love. You know, like, you know, I was listening to Cassidy at the time, you know, like the Locks, Lloyd Banks, like just with like rappers that you wouldn't necessarily hear on
Bars.
the radio, but like trying to sharpen my pen. And then that's when the Drake started dropping, the Kendrick started dropping, you know, the J. Cole's. And it just helped me transition because I got to hear, you know, I got to hear how bars and stuff was structured, and I just transitioned my rap to that. And once I did that, everybody was like, wow, bro, like, you're amazing. That's really how it started. I came from the rec shop, trial and error, man.
Yep. I mean, you got the voice for it. I want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's half the puzzle right there, you know? And shout out to all those guys. I'm glad you just listed some names I haven't thought of in a while, and a few. I saw Sean has been popping back up again, and that's been cool. And
Yeah.
you know, PSA is my guy. He's I love that he pulled you aside and really put that battery in like that.
Yep.
Because yeah, no one's good when they start, so it's better to start young and get the trash recordings out of the way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's so. Are you in the studio with a pen, or are you more freestyling these songs then?
Well, you saying now or then?
Now.
Now I haven't wrote in years, man. I haven't wrote in probably 5 years or something like that. Like I don't write no more. Like there's no point. This is that I'm gonna say this to every artist out there too. Straining your brain to write. You're trying to come up with the most clever thing, and I get it. Like you got to keep it and jot it down so you can keep what you're saying. But when you're freestyling, say if you make a reference track, right? Instead of writing your raps, why don't you rap freestyle and record yourself and then keep the lines that you like? I guarantee you, you will never write again. You will never write another rap again. It's just that simple. This is what Drake does. This is what Kendrick does. This is what all the rappers in the industry, none of them write. They all make reference tracks, say bullshit lines, and then fix them. Go back and fix them up. So that's what I do. I reference track it on my phone. And by the time I get to the studio, I have the whole song done and ready, recorded in about 25, 30 minutes, 30 more extra minutes to mix and master, you know?
My man, conserving your studio time too.
Mm-hmm.
Not
For
showing
real.
up, you know. What's the beat?
I'm
That's
telling you,
fire.
man.
That's fire. Yeah, it's so many different ways to do it. And yeah, I do think that is, especially now where it's like we have so much space and so much ability to do that. And even if you want to just lay it down like that, and if you need to write it to like make it a little more fire or something, but if you can, I think the key is to just express yourself. And if if you can just express yourself honestly and fully, and that's how you do it, then like you're doing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you there, man. And I think that's kind of the cipher thing. A lot of those names you mentioned, those guys all just are here to rap. Like they just rap. That's what they do. They don't need to
Yep.
practice. You just put a mic in their face and there they go. Speaking of that, man, yo, Lynn is going up right now.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Sin, man. They know what's going on. Sin City.
It really is, man. That's gonna feel great.
Man, it feels great. It feels great. Better that I'm a part of it though, you know. It feels great, but it feels better that I'm a part of it. Like, um, I can't stress this enough, but like before KMF was on the scene, which is my team, keep moving forward. Um, a lot of people wasn't seeing eye to eye. They couldn't make music together. They couldn't be in the studio together, shows together, all of that. As soon as we step in, try to do something, we sit a couple guys down that is important to the scene. Like, hey, this is the objective for everybody, man. We're trying to make a market here. Once we seen everybody got the plan and sticking to it, that's all it took. Now it's just going up from there. You guys are like the people are late. The fans are late to this. This has been going on for a year now, like a year and a half now. You know what I'm saying? Like the fans are late. Y'all just seeing it publicly now, because everybody has an actual genuine relationship with each other. You know what I'm saying? We're with each other every day. It's different from other cities. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lynn rappers literally chill with each other every single day. So, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, it feels amazing, but it feels better that I get to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I was gonna say you can hear the pride in your music, like the pride for your city. So that's incredible.
And to be honest with you, that's not even my city. Like I'm not from Lynn. I wasn't born in Lynn.
Really?
Like, yeah, I'm not a Lynn cat. You know what I'm saying? I just, that's the city that embraced me as a rapper. That's the city I'm repping. Simple,
Fire, man. That it's funny to say, yeah, it's cool. I'm with you. I try to focus on the positive. I'm glad people are catching on now, and are hip to it, because I mean, you've known since you were 15, who Esty was and what he was doing.
Yeah.
And him and Divino, I remember they were selling, their albums were going for $500 in Europe like 7 years ago. And there's people who still aren't.
If you don't see it, it's a Vortex shirt right here. Shout out to
there
Divino.
it is.
You know what I'm saying? Got the Vortex shirt on.
And so it's so fire to see it come around, man. And I'm glad people are getting hip to it, and I'm glad, because I guess I didn't know y'all were chilling like that. I knew people were cool now, because I know he's on your album too, the homie C. Wells. We spoke on that, how Lynn used to have a bit more friction, but people kind of got the memo, So that's fire, man. I'm real happy to hear it. I saw Westside was in the building the other night. It's crazy.
Yes,
it's crazy. And people do know about y'all out here in LA. They really do. When people ask about Boston, like, they know about y'all. So, with that being said, what's your plan? What's going on the rest of the year? Did you get some work in with Westside while he was around? Are we going to get some sort of Lynn compilation? Like, I know I've seen some mini Mansion Dust hashtags floating around. Like, what's happening?
I was on the last two Mini Mansion Dust. If people don't know, Mini Mansion Dust 5 and 6. I was on both of them. I'm actually on the last song of 6. Lotus High. If y'all want to go listen to that, go tap in with ST Knack on the last song, very last song in the album. It's me and him. We also got a song called Working Like a Mexican, and then another song, I forget the name right now, but we got 3 that's out. We got more shit that hasn't dropped yet. So shout out to ST Knack, man, the GOAT of the city, the legend of the city. I didn't get no work with Westside Gunn. I don't think nobody from the city did. It was just about him being out there and embracing the culture. he really liked Bori Rock. If y'all don't know who Bori Rock is, go check him out. He really loved Bori Rock's performance. Um, he actually get when Bori Rock was rapping, he got on the stage and like turned it up. That's when everybody started seeing like, oh, West Side Gun is really in the building, because
Yeah.
it was chatters going around, but only us backstage knew he was there. You know what I'm saying? And then when Bori Rock started rapping and he hopped on the stage, that's when everybody turned up. It was, oh, he's here. Like, oh, it's
Yep.
real. It's not a myth. It's not, this isn't a lie. Like, he chilled with us for hours, man. Like, it's not like he chilled. You know how some celebrities, they'll come do the show and then leave, This
Right.
man came, he stayed for the whole entire show.
That's
He
so
stayed
dope.
after the show. He hopped in the music video. After the music video, he stayed with us and just was smoking, chopping it up, you know what I'm saying? Taking pictures with everybody, things like that. Just be, that type of things you don't get every day in Boston. I tell you that much, man. You can't just do that in Boston. So,
Nah.
shout out to my city for that, man. For real.
Shout out West Side Gun too for like not just pulling up for the promo, doing the whole
Mm-hmm.
thing. Shout out AP Black in the building as well. Yeah, that's dope, man. I definitely feel the vibe. Like, and shout out Bordy for going north, because
Mm-hmm.
he fits in with what y'all have going on up there pretty well, I think. So I'm glad that he made the trip. I remember going up to those West Side things. Sorry, the rec shop things, and people would be like, "Lynn, man, I don't know," and I'd be like, all right, man, like it's not that far. Like, but they would say the same thing going to Everett, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't know.
They
Okay.
say the same thing trying to go to Brockton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But you saw Brockton would pull up to Boston, and that's why Brockton's making noise, because they would make the
it's
trip.
the same damn distance, y'all. It's the same distance.
Yup. Shit, man. Well, bro, before we get out of here, is there so we've heard a bit about, what went into your album, a bit about your story. Is there a message that that you put in your music that you want to make sure people get clear when they listen to you? Like what's Kashi's message to the world?
My message to the world is don't give up, bro. Like, I don't care how bad it get. Like I said, I made a whole album about me losing my mom, and that was the closest person to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I made another album about losing my aunt, which was another person close to me. You know what I'm saying? Really, like I forgot what I was about to say. I was about to say something.
Don't
I
give
just
up,
lost my whole,
really.
I just lost my whole train of thought. It was,
You were saying
yeah,
don't
really,
give up. Yeah.
yeah, mostly don't give up. And, oh yeah. So don't give up in anything you want to do. You can do it. I don't care if it's rap, cause I'm a man of million talents. Like I don't just rap. I make music. I produce. Um, I low key am like a chef. Like you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of things, and I do graphic design and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of things people don't expect you to do, but people always try to box you in. So it's really don't give up, and you can do anything that you say you can do. Really, that's the biggest message I put out there. You know, that's really it, and stack some money. You know what I'm saying? For
I
real,
feel
that's
you,
my
man.
message to the world, man.
Man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing, your story and all that, like through the music and this interview. I'm glad we tapped in. I'm glad we connected. And hit us whenever, man. We got each other's info, so let us know when things are dropping so we can share them. You're welcome back here whenever as well. So it's good to chop it up with you. And you think you're gonna stick around and hang with Devo, or are you gonna make moves?
Um, I'm probably gonna make moves, um, but I do want to say that if we can possibly get LFOD, remember we do the a festival, the Keep Moving Forward festival,
Okay.
one August 28th. Um, it's like a real festival, you know what I'm saying? So we got our own festival. If anybody want to join, we are taking applications for performances. You could be a producer, musician, dancers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is for the community of Lynn. Please, we're taking applications right now. Just look for the Keep Moving Forward Festival. And also this upcoming Monday on the 29th in Lawrence, Mears Lounge, the whole KMF will be turning up. So if y'all don't know who KMF is, this is y'all time to tap in. Come join our festival. This isn't no little festival, y'all. This is something you guys want to be a part of. I'm telling you, man. This is something big, super big. Probably one of the biggest shows you'll ever do. But yeah,
Fire.
besides that, that's really it. But shout out DeevoDaGenius, man. That is actually my boy. I actually want to do more work with him. Shout out Washam. Washam already knows I've been trying to do shows with her for the longest. Trying to do Once Somerville for the last 3 years. But yeah, man, shout out LFOD, Sam. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for having me on the platform. You know.
Word. And yo, you just brought it full circle. I gotta say, you really don't give up, like the 3 years thing, because I know we've been having conversations for a minute. Like, you didn't always have clean records, so we couldn't play them on the radio. So it was like, but you kept in touch and you kept hitting me and this. And then finally, when it was a situation when I was like, okay, cool, we can bring Kashi in, you know, we were ready. So I appreciate you not giving up and keeping going and, like, you know, just being open to like the timing of everything. It's the same thing with all this stuff, man. Just keep going. So he's right about that. And please hit me. I'll hit you with my number, but send me more info about that thing on the 28th because I want to hear more about that. And let's talk about doing something.
Yeah, I got you, man. Definitely send me your number, bro. I got you.
All right, man. I will talk to you soon.
Right,
I appreciate you tapping in.
Man.
Kashi 2 times. Y'all tapping with him. Life Without the Thrill out now everywhere. Go get that. He just dropped a new video off that. His YouTube is going crazy as well. We're about to have DeevoDaGenius on here. Before we get into that, though, I'm going to let you know we still are going to be announcing our finalists for the LFOD Life Art Grant. Y'all have been nominating them in our comments the last week. We have 10 finalists that we're going to be announcing tonight, and y'all can vote ASAP. We'll be announcing the winner next Saturday. They'll be getting a grant from LFOD Life. You know, we got to keep enticing you, though. We got to keep it moving. So before we get into that, got my guy DeevoDaGenius. Y'all welcome him to the stage. What's happening, man?
Yo, what's happening?
Of course we got here when you got there.
Yeah.
The timing is too real.
It's way too impeccable. Huh? Yeah, the timing's impeccable, bro. I was like hoping. I was like, damn, maybe I might get there. Maybe I'll get there a little bit after I get inside. But it's cool. The doors are open and shit. Connections don't look like the connections are gonna chop up. But what's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. Third time's the charm. We got you on here.
Charm,
OTA bro. Live. DeevoDaGenius.
Let me go to
much anticipated.
Studio. So I'm gonna go to a quiet. I'm making my way to my quiet room.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
They're going crazy. All right, yeah, we're good. What's up, man?
Man, you know me, man. I'm feeling good. Just had a good convo with Kashi. It's Thursday night. Somebody in the comments is supposed to let me know what the Celtics are doing, but I don't see anything yet. So hopefully they're winning.
Bro, we better not be. I can't take a loss. Like I can't do it. Like I was literally in the barbershop today and I was just talking about, I'm like, bro, like I would rather us like have like just lost and got swept than us to go like for like another, you know what I'm saying? For me to have like a fighting hope for us to maybe win and then lose.
Yeah, you want less drama.
But if we go all the way though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good vibe.
And my fault. AP's right. The game is just starting. I thought more time was gone by. Yeah, so still 0-0. I think they can take it tonight. But then, man, it's just this team is a heart attack every game. It's stressful.
It's stressful. It's very stressful, bro. I feel that.
It's very stressful. We're talking about you tonight, man. DeevoDaGenius. You just dropped Devo type beat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Devo type beat
18
out now everywhere. Yep.
It's got 18 songs. Half of them are instrumentals.
Yeah, about 16 instrumentals, two beats. 3 beats. Oh no, 16 or 15 instrumentals, three songs.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you snuck a few more features in there. You know better than me. But yo, whoever's drumming is loud as hell. I do want to say that.
He's going crazy. Let me transition to another quiet room.
He said, "I'm gonna find the quiet room."
This guy's going crazy. All right.
Word.
Way better now.
Yo, what's your thoughts on artists rapping on those beats that you're dropping on there? Do you drop those beats
guys.
just
so like?
No, like the instrumentals. So you dropped a bunch. You dropped a bunch of instrumentals. Like, do you want random artists rapping on them, or are those meant to just be instrumentals?
Yo, that's so funny how you say that. So, like, I was literally
Why?
I was sitting in the barbershop today, and someone actually emailed me. He had emailed me freestyle to the Poppy style freestyle instrumental, and like I was thinking about it like as I was in the barbershop. I'm like, damn, like how do I feel about this? And honestly, if I'm being real, I think it's dope. I really do think it's dope. Like I really do appreciate somebody like hearing my work somewhere, like to the point where they're like, yo, I need to get a freestyle off on this. Like I have to rap on this right now. Like I feel like there's a lot I can respect about that. You know what I mean? And I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like what I do, part of my image is that like as a producer, I don't want to just inspire other producers. Like if I can inspire a rapper to like really like go hard and like and just start like and want to like rap, and even though he can't make beats, he still gets to insert himself in the moment. You feel me? And which is like what I'm trying to do with like things like Genius can't, while having like being able to involve artists and not just kind of be centered around production. Because like me myself, I love the art of making beats, but part of why is because of my love for rap as well. So to answer your question in easy terms, I guess I don't mind. I guess I don't really mind. Like I guess what I would mind is like someone trying to put it out and like really like and they can make a bunch of money on it without my
right.
Yeah,
like straight jacking it.
Yeah, no, that'd be crazy. That I'm not cool with that.
So we got AP Black wants to know, do you make R&B beats? He needs
That's
some.
funny. So I make my style of my type of R&B beats I guess my type of R&B beats would kind of be a little bit more like the vintage type stuff for me. So like R&B hip hop hybrid kind of beats. You know what I'm saying? Like people somewhere where like R&B artists would be able to get off on it, but like a bona fide rapper would be able to like punch in a crazy verse and some shit like that as well. So, I mean, it's up to you.
Word.
I'm actually trying to drop like an R&B type beat tape, like because I feel like what people know me a lot for like the rap, and I want to be able to like extend myself a little bit. So like I have an R&B project that I'm trying to do, like cover art's done, everything. Like it's pretty much ready to go. It's just I'm just kind of waiting because one Diva type beats out, and it gives me a little bit more time to cook up and maybe throw some more beats on there type shit.
Yeah, low key, maybe even high key. Some of these R&B artists are having better beats than anybody. Like you listen to their albums, and you're like, oh, you've got the file. Like, where did you get this? Like, because they're dipping in that bag. I guess kind of more like your type of bag. It's not like they're getting the like glitchier, like flung out, like real
and
dusty
they're
stuff.
Open. They're more open. Like I feel like R&B is like just a place where like you can kind of have beats that are like way more open, like a lot more space for artists to like get off and really like sing, really show themselves as a musician. So like I guess as a consumer, it's like it just makes the experience all the more like cohesive, because like you're hearing not only like it's like almost like the voice is like more of an instrument in songs like those because of the singing and like the tonality that it has to like the production and stuff.
Yep, I feel that. So, man, you've had like quite the year already, man. I mean, you did As It Is in Heaven with Aunt Belle. You had For the Love earlier. We haven't even talked about Poppy Style or the other singles. You know, like what is going on in 2023? Like, it's just
I wish I could tell you. I don't even know. Like this shit is getting crazy. Like to the point where like I'm taking so many different experiences. It's like making me want to cook up, like just make beats all the time. You know what I mean? Because like the production thing is like that's I guess like my main trade, or like my favorite thing to do. But like aside from that, like I DJ for events. I'm Keys tour DJ. So Keys, she just won best new the BMA for the Boston Music Award for best new artist. So she's been making a bunch of noise, and I've been like traveling a lot with her. We just performed with Lola Brooke and BK the Ruler out in Ithaca, New York at Ithaca College. I do a lot of work with C4 DJing. I just started something called Genius Camp. So it's just pretty much a camp where artists come. It's centered around the producers. So we choose three producers, and then we have open registration for artists and spectators for them to come out. And the last one I did was the second one, but it was the second one I ever did, but it was the first one I like opened up to the public. And it did 130 submissions on the open registration. And out of that list, I only got to pick 60. So it was I was only allowed to pick 60 people because that's capacity. It's a private event, so like everyone's invite only. And I selected 10 artists, 3 producers, 3 rooms, so 2 recording rooms, and then one stage, one kind of stage where the producer gets to cook up. But pretty much the premise of the event is 40-minute time slots where like the producer has 40 minutes to cook up as many beats or as they want, or one beat, and the artist is tasked with working with the producer to make a record within the 40-minute time slot. And you can do one, you can make as many as you want, but after the 40 minutes, the rooms switch. So the producers all switch the venue. So the producers switch between 2 recording rooms where demos are being made, and then the stage venue where there's no records being made. And it's just showing an audience a producer's process from start to finish in 40 minutes. And after then, the producer has the opportunity. It's optional. They get to ask. They can answer questions for people in the crowd. Just kind of make it a personable experience. You know what I mean? Because it's very rare that you get to see. I feel like the producer's process is kind of something that's kind of like behind the scenes. And Genius Camp was designed to not only show the process of like an in-studio experience, but it's centered around the producer's workflow and just kind of seeing how the producer workflow and how creating a beat can lead to creating a demo. You know what I mean?
Love that, man.
Like between all that, so I just remember why I rambled and explained that. So the reason I bring all
real
that
quick,
up,
we got a question. Where can people apply? When's the next one?
I have open registration. So I have open registration. So registration is gonna open for my next one taking place on June 23rd. It's gonna be coming up this week. I'm gonna be letting it go this week. So I'll be putting out a link where you can sign up via Google Forms as either a spectator or as an artist. And I choose 10 artists. Once the artist slots are filled up, I do choose spectators. So if you're an artist, don't be discouraged. There is always an opportunity for you to participate in another one.
Cool. So basically follow DeevoDaGenius. It's up there on the screen.
Correct.
He's going to be dropping it. But anyway, you were saying you remembered what sent you on that.
Yes. So the reason why I bring all that up is because like what's been going on this year is really me just trying to trying to balance the production with everything else that my brand touches. So like just as good of a producer, I know I'm a great beat maker in the production sense, but I want to be but what I really want focused on is like utilizing my gift that God gave me and really like balance the beat making with everything that beat making can encompass. So for example, that's something like Genius Camp, where beat making, like I want to involve myself in process driven events where people can see how things are being made. I want to show people how I'm able to make beats. I want to show people how other people make beats. I want to insert myself in. I want to DJ more, because since I DJ, I've been around with I've been touring. I've been seeing all these artists. I want to have more events where I'm bringing people into my world of music and showing people the world of music that I like. Show people how I am when I'm having a good time or at a good party. And yeah, that's pretty much been in all those experiences that I've been having through things like Genius Camp, touring, and having events, have been inspiring me to create and come out with things like Devo type beat, come out with things like the R&B music, and make good music with people I genuinely like and like I'm enjoying having this time with. So like it doesn't feel like work at all. It does, you know what I mean? Like and then everything in between, like as a recording engineer, like meeting new people, meeting new artists. People tend to like, that's not really a talent that I really exploit as much as I do the other things, but like it's something I do. Like that's what I do full time. I don't like that's what I do full time. Like I'm a recording engineer at the Sound Lab Studios. So part of this year is just been putting the Sound Lab on the map. I just had an event over there. Like I really like smoking weed, so I had a 420. I had a 420 on 421 event. I see Keelinda in the chat. What's up, Keelinda? I had a 420 on 421 event where it was literally just based around smoking weed and like listening to good music, and everyone was just smoking, having a good time. And like that comes from production, because like, bro, I get high pretty much virtually every time I make beats. So it's like, let me do something that involves weed in my process. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's pretty much, to sum it up. Yeah, that's what's been going on. Just trying to like not only make beats, but like utilize the relationships and the my brand to create experiences around my ability to produce.
It's dope to have it come full circle too, where
Right.
it's inspiring the next step, and it's not
Exactly.
like you're getting drained. Like, damn, I did all this. Like, I have to go back. It's just flowing. So
It's flowing into each other for sure.
that's awesome, man. It's funny you say that about like what you keep in the background, because I have in my notes here, we spoke when you first moved back to Lowell. You're from here, right? But you didn't live here. Yeah, you had first moved back. We spoke on IG Live. You were about to drop Chop Party.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You were about to drop Chop Party, and that was just pure instrumentals.
Yeah.
That and on an Untitled 3 and 4 were all instrumentals. Fast forward, like you got some of the heaviest hitters, spitters, etc. on your project. Like, how did you go about like just tapping in so quickly, it felt like, and just getting this motion going?
Honestly, bro.
And congrats on it too.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that a whole bunch, bro. Thank you. Honestly, like I gotta give all praise to Allah. I couldn't tell. Like it's just all been genuine. Like how I said, like just bringing it back to like me just producing and me trying to create experiences around my production. You know what I mean? So part of like me introducing or me like coming across all these guys is just like me being at the right place, right time. And I got to give a big, like I got to attribute a lot of it to the Sound Lab, because the Sound Lab is just a hub for me to create. I got to give a big shout out to DJ 211 and RX, Nicole, J Rose, C4, everybody that's at the Sound Lab, Con, like my entire team, DJ QQ, because the Sound Lab is a hub for creators right now. Like I can't stress it enough. This studio in the Brockton, Massachusetts went through a massive rebrand. Like is like a big reason as to why I've been able to make as much progress as I have in just 1 year. I went like how you said, I went from just being an enthusiast about like creating instrumentals to then being like introduced this entire big world of record production. So like Aunt Bell, for example, like Aunt Bell I met through and through the Tesla Lab actually. So if for those who are watching who aren't familiar with the Tesla Lab is a bi-weekly event where artists come and perform new music and test it out for a panel and an audience. and Sam here was graced us with his presence as a guest panelist on one of our recent episodes.
It was a good
But
time.
yeah, I met yeah, it was great to have you. But Aunt Bell came like the second one ever, shut it down. You know what I mean? And from there, like I always knew I had to work with him. Like we always when we're tapped in, knew we had to work with each other. And then like I don't know what happened, but one day I was literally just like, bro, like pull up on me. And then there was like the first studio session we ever had, we made As It in Heaven. So
Fire.
like, yeah, literally we made 3 songs back to back to back. That's how As This in Heaven was literally made one night. Like the first link, like, you know what I'm saying? We made all the songs. I made all the beats right there, recorded everything right there. And then like not much long after that, like I packaged it. We did the photo shoot. I packaged it all with the photo shoot and the graphic design and everything. Put that out. You know what I'm saying? Erdnase the weapon. Erdnase is like that's like really like my brother. Like that's really like my brother. Like blood couldn't make us any closer. So I've been tapped in with him since I was like 12, 13 years old. But he's just always been a very gifted lyricist, like an extremely gifted lyricist. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like he's kind of been like as us being Lowell guys, it kind of gives like this underdog vibe when like as it come when like measure up against like Boston and shit like that. So kind of me packing a punch on the beat side and just displaying like top tier lyricism with the guys that entrusted me has done nothing but like bring about more and more talent to my doorstep. You know what I mean? And I also got to give a big shout out to C4 because C4 was the first person in the Boston music scene that like really worked with me heavy and introduced me to Milkshot Benedict, introduced me to Najee Jamie, introduced me to producers like Gib DJ. You know what I mean? So like I gotta give a big shout out to C4 and J Rose as well. Because J Rose is the reason why I even know how to record anybody on beat in the first place. Yeah, so like those two right there were pivotal for me being a like Devo, Chop Party, instrumentalist, big Dilla head to well, I'm still a huge Dilla head.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can still hear the
yeah.
Dilla, like,
but like
not like that.
Now,
I'm not.
yeah, but like to now, like I kind of like look at it like I'm kind of like having like an alchemist phase. You know what I mean? Like I kind of see myself having like being a little bit of both, like being obsessive about like the process, but also being obsessive about creating like quality records and packaging. Because like one thing I'm like I feel like people are gravitating towards me about is my packaging. Like I do mostly everything myself. Anything I have a hand in, I do myself, and I don't put my hand in anything unless it's the same quality or higher grade than what I would do as far as packaging goes. So a perfect example is this cat named Errol, who's on All Praises. He's kind of like this, like he's like the new kid on the block. As far as like guys I'm working with, extremely talented. He just dropped a project called The New Threat, which is inspired by Mos Def's The New Danger. And bro, packaging is amazing. I did it. I literally I engineered the entire thing. It's produced. Exactly produced by Stash the Wave. Shout out to him. But he approached me, said, "Yo, I have this music. Like I have this idea. I want you to mix and master the entire project." I mix and mastered the entire project, and it's packaged amazing. Like I love the front cover. I love the back cover. I love the trailer along with it. I love the character that he embodies in the music. Like it's like that is to me is what makes me excited, and that working with people like that along with good music is what I feel like is I feel like is the main reason why people are gravitating towards me. I feel like the beats like is one thing. Like maybe even to all the guys, maybe I'm not even like the best producer they work with, like on the instrumental side. But when it comes to like the whole package, they know like I'm trying to get like I really prioritize that shit, and I feel like that's what's kind of missing in the new age of everyone being able to do this shit. You know what I mean?
Right. The full. It's clean. It's together. It's
clean
cohesive.
Together. It makes sense. There's a story.
There's colors
for sure.
Yep. The story. Yeah, I can picture. I feel like you're big on color. Like I know.
Yeah, color's huge. Color's huge to me.
Like the
Course.
Amp Bell joint, I just think of as that light bluish green.
That
like,
light
and then,
blue, yeah.
that like the colors pop out, you know?
So fun fact, so like I actually have synesthesia.
Okay.
So like I can taste colors, it's something like a few of my friends would like really know about me. But like I taste, like I describe like taste as like colors sometimes. Like I can smell colors, like so I can feel colors too. Like I can hear colors. And like when I think of As It Is in Heaven, and when I think about like the entirety of the project, specifically like the color palette is inspired mostly by Heavenly Steppin' and A Lord's Prayer, and Airborne is like kind of like the black hues of the color palette. All is to say,
Okay.
there's a reason why the As It Is in Heaven, like if you go back and watch the video and you go back and reference the front and back cover, the like even the colors change throughout the song, and you kind of get the feeling of like what like me as a producer was feeling like when I was putting like the packaging together type shit. So yeah, colors
Damn.
huge to me. Like I literally feel colors. Like Devo type beat is like really loud, rambunctious, like kind of like scatterbrained a little bit. Like that's why like 2 songs are really just thrown in there, literally like halfway, and then like at the end, like it's real messy. So I really wanted, like, I'm running on the cover, I'm a blur. You know what I mean? So like I wanted it to be really colorful, like to the look, because I that's my old house where I was running in front of, but like the sky has a collage going on, and I made sure that the color like was really like had a lot going on up there, and each piece of the collage like is like symbolism for things that like are important to me, and kind of what shaped me as a producer, and as a person, like that you see today type.
So are you doing that graphic design, or are you more like the creative director? You're saying I want
everything is me. Yeah, all my cover arts, As It Is Heaven, like I did all the graphic design for that. Like that's
someone's taking the photos, or are you taking the photos?
So,
okay.
Yeah, I gotta give so Nicole, I gotta give a big shout out to like my 2 main visual people, which is Nicole at the Sound Lab, and David Wyacki from Under Construction.
Okay.
Like I come to them with wacky ideas, usually same day type shit, and they see it through every single time. So I gotta give a big shout out to them.
Fire. That's, man, the synesthesia too. Like that's one of those things you hear about and you can explain it, but I can't wrap my head around like must be like, you know, you can say it, I taste this or I feel that.
Yeah.
And I think people go, oh yeah, I can imagine what that would be like, but I don't think we really can we?
I mean, here's like, I feel like if you change the way you think about certain things, right? So I could literally break down, if I feel like I'm getting to a point where I can really like articulate the synesthesia. So for example, right, like ice cold water,
okay,
to me is like white but with like the teeniest tint of blue to it, because of the fact that like ice, you kind of get, it like stings, like it kind of like stings like the top of your roof a little bit. It's cold to the it's cold, so like the texture automatically in my brain makes me think of cold colors. You know what I mean? And then like that, like the taste of ice, like that, like frigid, extreme cold taste, like it relates in my brain. It relates to like snow, or like it can relate to like something like the inside of a freezer. You know what I mean? But it's still water, and like water to me, like especially if it's like clean and it comes from like a filtration system, it's like translucent, or it's like I get like a translucent like connotation in my head, or like white, like a very like either white or like a very like white, but almost as if it's like almost as if you turn down, like I don't know if you're familiar with like the opacity. If you turn the opacity of the color white down, like you can like a white that you can see through. You know what I mean? And then like along with that like bluish tint to it, like that's an example. Like that's the best way I could explain it.
Now is this 24/7 everything, or does it come in with this would everything? It's like, and it's not overwhelming,
I'm a picky eater. Like I'm a picky eater, like to the point where it's like like certain foods, like if I get like a certain like color connotation in my brain, like I can't do it. Like I can't do it. Like it's part of why I'm a picky eater. Like up until now, like I don't eat seafood at all. Like I mean, besides fried calamari.
man.
Yeah, crazy shit. So like, bro,
And you're
it's
on the
real.
East
Like
Coast.
we're out here, bro. Synesthetics, bro. Like we're actually out here.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because it's just that colors just overwhelms your brain. You
Yeah,
get the
it
taste
overwhelms
and the
my
color.
brain.
Yeah.
Like I feel like to a
Damn.
degree, everyone, because like I feel like everyone can associate colors to like certain things. You know what I mean? But like for me, it's like to the point where it's like I can see the shit vividly, type shit, like or feel it vividly,
Got you.
or feel it way more intensely, type shit.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, there's definitely I have to think about it though. Like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
color I would associate with a thing. But for you, it's just boom.
It just
Okay.
like pops in my head, type shit. Like
Was that
it's
a
like
lot?
almost like a mood. It's like almost like a mood, like that kind of takes
Okay.
over. Like you know what I mean? Like good food, like a good sweet tarty food, like cake. Like I get like my purplish, pinkish,
Okay.
like hues from it, and it like makes me feel like
Royalty.
cheery, like yeah, exactly.
Okay. Bro, was this a lot? Like, did you have to get like, at what point did you even find out you were having a different experience than everyone else? Because as a kid, you probably just, you wouldn't bring it up.
Yeah, as a kid, it was a lot more like, I remember like, I feel like as a kid, like I felt it way more intensely. And like, I couldn't really articulate it. And I feel like it was kind of weird for me to articulate at the same time. But like, I guess.
Well, you probably assumed
like,
everyone was feeling the same thing too.
Yeah,
you probably
that's
didn't
what I
even think
thought.
you were different.
That's what I thought. I guess when I really realized it, I had to have been like 13, 14 when I was really learning about like the color. I remember when I was learning about the color wheel.
Okay.
And like primary, secondary, tertiary colors. And I feel like it was around then, like hearing like the way people perceive colors, like, and like as of recently, I had like a conversation with a friend of mine, and like I told him about like my synesthesia and shit, and they were like weirded out, like, yo, that's kind of weird, like how like you perceive color like that type shit. So I guess I started to have an idea that it was kind of weird when I learned about the color wheel, but I really realized that like niggas, like people don't really think like that. Probably like after college, like, well, in college, like after college type shit, because people are just kind of like, what I noticed is that like people aren't really forward about like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like like their quirks, like shit that makes them like weird. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild. I'm glad you're making beats with it. I'm glad you're making. It must add such an element. Like you don't even need the light up pads on the.
No, yeah, literally.
You're like, I'm good. That's funny, bro. Everyone thinks differently. I'm glad we're getting more open about it. Like,
yeah,
I remember having a convo in college where we found out, like, I think in words. Some people think in pictures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even realize there was a difference. I remember me and some friends were talking, and somehow it came up. And we have a buddy who literally only just sees images. He never, like, no words, no running thing.
Nope,
he pictures everything. And I can't, like, I have to really make an effort to picture something. I have the words just flowing. And then there's other people, he couldn't understand my brain. I understand his. And then we got people like you out here.
It's like that. It's like some people are doctors. They can think in CCs, and like some people are surgeons and can freaking like have like the stillest hand of all time and make some people are bomb fucking disarmers. And like literally can like sift through a bunch of cables and click one, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And there's people that freaking are amazing drug dealers. Like,
hey, there's talent everywhere.
Yeah,
there's talent everywhere, and we're all wired differently, man. That's cool, man. That's fire. I'm glad you're talking about it. I heard recently, Ye and Pharrell said they were synesthetic.
Synesthetic, yeah. It's common.
I don't know if that's
I feel like
a word,
it's common among creatives. Like to some degree, I feel like it's common among creatives.
Right, you got to have some association. You know, if you're a painter, if you're an art, like it all goes together. Art all is connected in some way. You know. That's dope, man. Yo, we got deeper than I even thought we might
Then
today.
you
That's
thought we were,
fire.
huh? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
man. Well, it's been cool getting to know you in like little short bursts over the last few years. It seems more regular now, so I'm excited that we're back on that.
So, bro,
Like that we're on
likewise,
this
bro. And
track.
I want to thank you, bro, for having me on your on the bill, bro, for LFOD Life, like, and the show, like that shit was like we need more of that. So thank you.
Yeah, man. They said they want volume 2, so we might do it
Yeah,
again.
let's do it. Let's do it. Give it to him,
We
bro.
might do it again. I appreciate you bringing that up. We've been dropping the he's talking about Louder, which is an event we
Yeah,
did
louder.
March.
Yep.
We've been dropping the beat
The
sets
mixes.
on
Yep. I've been
YouTube.
peeping.
So Abstract Miners is up, John Glass is up. We got DJ Manipulator, my fault. And then we got DeevoDaGenius. Bro, I found out, I don't know if you know about this. I don't know if I should say this live, but I found out after the fact. I talked to some homies. I guess mad people got locked out for your set. That's what happened.
Really?
Yeah, the dude, I don't want to throw the vent. Somebody wasn't at the door and we were up there rocking. I remember we were like, damn, where'd everyone go? And I was talking to the homie. He's like, man, we were just smoking outside. Like we realized we couldn't get back in. And then we said, fuck it, and just started smoking. I was like, oh, because Devo was in there. We were like, what did everyone, where did they go?
Wow.
So, I guess everyone was right.
That's
outside.
Hilarious. Hey, what can you do?
So they're gonna be waiting to hear because they were asking, they're like, how was it set? I was like, it's crazy. Like I wish you had called me. But it was funny because that kind of goes to show the event, like people were just connecting on a different level because they're like, yeah, we had your number, but we just started talking about some shit and chopping it up. And the next thing we knew,
we were connecting. Yep.
We were like, oh, it's like probably time to go home. Like we'll just catch it later.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your patience with that too, man. Like it was a great night.
I was just happy to be in that motherfucker. Thank you, bro.
You're welcome. Yeah, you got to see Manip, man. He's special. He's special.
Bro, I still got to work with him. He's amazing. He's amazing.
He's different. I don't know what he sees, colors, shit. I don't. He's
I
want to talk to him about what his brain has going.
Yeah. He sees everything.
So word. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. And just keep me in the loop. Let me know what's going on. So we can keep spreading the word. I know people have been wanting beats from you tonight. They're asking about the Genius Camp. It's at DeevoDaGenius everywhere. Do you send out beat packs? How do people connect with you on that?
You gotta... No. That's like a strictly like let's get in. Let's see how it'll work first, and then we can do all that.
First, you got to rip it from his existing project.
Yeah.
Freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo,
that's a good way. That's a good way. No bullshit.
For real. It's like, oh, he ripped this. Yo.
Yeah.
Shout AP Black. Shout Kylinda in here. Shout everyone tuned in. Devo, I appreciate you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you
and
soon.
Let's hope they get a win tonight. All right, bro. Peace.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah. Yo, so shout out DeevoDaGenius. As y'all been waiting for, though, we are going to announce our top 10 finalists for the LFOD Life Art Grant. We're going to be doing that tonight. I know some of y'all might have come to see DJ Washam, but I don't know if she's going to make it tonight. We'll hang out and see if she can. But if she's not here by the time we're done with this, you'll have to catch her next time. So as far as what the LFOD Life Art Grant is every year we set aside 10% of our revenue going back to the last art grant, which was June 3rd. So since June 3rd, we've set aside 10% of our revenue over here at LFOD Life. And next weekend, next Saturday to be exact, we're going to be giving that to an artist of your choice or of our members' choice. So y'all got active in the comments on Instagram last week, and we do have our top 10 finalists. Voting is live right now at lfod.life. Just go to our website. That is lfod.life. If you scroll down, you'll see the art grant. If you're a member already, you can just log in and vote right away. If you're not a member, you can join and vote easily. It's going to be like 3 clicks. But before we get into the voting, let's talk about who our finalists are. We get a little drum roll. I need a sound effects guy. I need to get the soundboard. So our top 10 for this year, for the 2023 LFOD Life Art Grant, we have Yoshi Vintage, Snipes, Casarelli, Erdnase the Weapon, Lily, Key, Closed by Tomo, Ethereal Visions, Kai Linda, and the Unknown USA. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everyone who nominated an artist. Shout out to every artist that got nominated. Shout out every artist that made it to the finals. This is going to be live right now. The voting is active. You can vote until next Thursday at midnight. You do have to be a member to vote. Our members get exclusive content, the ability to vote in our annual art grant, co-producer credits on everything we produce, social media shout-outs, monthly newsletter, and more. It's pretty simple. The more members we have, the more art we can create, the more things we can do. So if that sounds good to you, you may enjoy membership. Voting is live now. Right now, it's looking like I'm going to be giving this artist about $250. However, all new members will be adding to the pot. They'll be chipping in, like I said, 10% out of all of our revenue. So that's for y'all. You can sign up monthly or annual. Depends how much you want to knock into this pot, or if you want to split it up for the next one. So not only are you voting for a friend, fan, artist, etc., but you're actually contributing to them financially as well when you do this. And you can even donate tax-free. Shout out to the homies at Hoop Hop. They've lent us their 501(c) status. So there's a donate button on there as well if you really want to run it up, give someone some extra change. But that's what it's looking like. That's LFOD.life, which is our website. You can head there right now, learn more about us, learn more about this grant, what we have going on. Or if you want to hit us up, you can get us at LFOD Life, any and everywhere. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, maybe Snapchat, but I don't know. Haven't had that on my phone in a minute. But LFOD Life anywhere. And we do this every final Thursday. We do this the final Thursday of every month at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, OTA live. We also have recorded episodes, interviews of Outside the Algorithm if you want to check those out. Thank you to DeevoDaGenius and Kashi2x for joining us tonight. Thanks to the LFOD team and everyone who makes what we do possible. Shout out all y'all watching at home and everyone getting busy in the chat. This episode was co-produced by our members. Thank you so much, y'all. To learn more, once again, you can visit LFOD.life. If you enjoyed this show, please share. Please share it with your friends, family, neighbors, whoever, artists, fans, etc. It's all been organic so far. That's how we continue to build this movement here. And you can hit us at LFOD Life with any requests as well. I've been your host, Samuel Patrick. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
Positivity is a better movement. Let us do this, level up and get into this evolution. Revolutionary method music, get us choosing everything but less excuses. Shout out to the kings and queens with everything to lose, they never lose it. There's so much glory in the story.